Yakuza 0 is the hypest shit. It's awesome. It's like Japanese Grand Theft Auto, except instead of driving around and murdering people with guns, you run around Japan and beat the shit out of people with your bare hands. Quick warning for all the weebs out there. I'm probably going to butcher a lot of the Japanese language during this because I'm a dumbass American and I don't care. Yakuza 0 takes place in a fictional district of Kamurocho, Tokyo in 1988, and you play the game as Kazuma Kiryu as an up-and-coming Yakuza member in the Dojima family. After beating the shit out of a civilian in an empty lot and collecting money for a loan shark, Kiryu meets up with his best friend and sworn brother Akira Nishikiyami for a night out of town, where you find out that Kiryu's foster father Shintaro Kazuma brought them both into the Dojima family and is currently in jail. Meanwhile, a news story breaks out stating the civilian that Kiryu beat up is now dead and the police are investigating the murder. All hell breaks loose and Kiryu is immediately brought into questioning by the Dojima family's 3 lieutenants, Daisaku Kuze, Hiroki Iwano, and Keihi Shibusawa, and they're basically like, yo, since you murdered a civilian and fucked us over, you have to turn yourself into the police and go to jail for murder and take the heat off the Dojima family. Meanwhile, the civilian who Kiryu beat up was killed from a gunshot wound, meaning that someone is framing Kiryu for murder. To make matters even more complicated, the empty lot where the murder took place is actually a portion of land that the Dojima family is planning on acquiring in order to sell it to the city at an inflated value for Tokyo's massive redevelopment project, and the ongoing police investigation has essentially fucked them over. So now Kiryu's like, fuck, that loan shark probably set me up. So what does Kiryu do now? Does he do a little Phoenix Wright investigation? Like, oh gee whiz, we gotta gather testimonies and find evidence at the empty lot to solve the murder mystery case? Fuck the fuck no! He just goes to their office building. He's like, where the fuck's the president? And he starts whooping everyone's ass. Beats the shit out of everyone. Kiryu finds the loan shark and he's got a gun, completely shitting himself. He's like, oh god, I was just doing what I was told, fuck! And wouldn't you fucking believe it, it was fucking Kuze who set Kiryu up. Kuze cuts the bullshit. He's just like, listen, I want you to go to jail and spy on Kazuma-san for me and figure out any information he knows about the empty lot. And when I become captain of the Dojima family, I'll guarantee your future in the Yakuza and tell you who murdered the civilian in the empty lot to help free your name. You either join me now or side with Kazuma-san and fail. And then Kiryu's like, I will protect the honor of Kazuma-san's legacy. He brought me up from nothing. I ride and die for him, you cocksucker motherfucker. Fuck you! Kiryu calmly said in Japanese. Kiryu and Nishiki talk to Kazuma-san's right-hand man Osamu Kashiwagi, that motherfucker. And Kiryu decides that in order to protect Kazuma-san's position in the Dojima family, Kiryu is going to leave the Dojima family, terminate his oath, and leave the Yakuza entirely. So now they drive over to the Dojima family headquarters, but Kuze is waiting there to stop Kiryu. And he's just like, oh, what's that? You think you just quit being a Yakuza? What are you, fucking stupid? And then Kiryu's like, yeah, I am fucking stupid. I'm doing it right now. And then Kuze's like, if you won't work for me to help secure the empty lot, then I'm going to fucking kill you. And then Kiryu's like, wait, technically I'm still in the Dojima family right now. You can't do that according to the strict rules of the Yakuza. And then Kuze's like, yeah, well, you're not in the Yakuza anymore. And then it's like, oh sweet, I guess now I have the freedom to just fucking beat the shit out of everyone. Kiryu's going fucking nuts. Kiryu doesn't give a fuck. It's the hypest shit. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Constantly beating the shit out of this one dude. It's like, how many times I gotta teach this lesson, old man? Toss him out the fucking window. You find Kuze at the top of the building saying Japanese shit. He's just like, kid, yeah! You do a hype-ass boss fight with Kuze, and then Kiryu beats the shit out of him. And then the other 2 lieutenants show up with Sohei Dojima, the patriarch of the Dojima family, which is a subsidiary of the Tojo clan, which also supersedes the Kazuma family, as we all know. Dojima's like, Kuze, you little bitch. You ain't Kazuma-san. I guess now we gotta cut your pinky off cause you're a little bitch. And then Kuze's like, I fucking love this shit. Then Dojima's like, okay, you tricked Kuze into expelling you from the family. I guess we'll have to honor his dumbass decision. But why'd you do it, Kiryu? Why go through all this effort? And then Kiryu's like, I did this to take accountability for the murder in the empty lot, so please leave Kazuma-san out of this. And then they're like, yeah, no. Since you messed up at the empty lot, Kazuma-san is still responsible since he brought you into the Dojima family. So yeah, Kazuma-san is still fucked, and now you're no longer in the Yakuza anymore, and you basically accomplished nothing. Sayonara, bitch. Kiryu's left in the street, no future. Kazuma-san's life is ruined. Shit's super fucked. But then out of nowhere, a mysterious man appears who decides to help Kiryu out. His name is Tetsu Tachibana, the owner of a mysterious company called Tachibana Real Estate. He's like, Kiryu, you're a fucking badass. You stood up to the Dojima clan. I've seen your fighting prowess. I too also want to tame the empty lot and would like your help if you so choose. And Kiryu's like, okay, I'll think about it. In the meantime, Kiryu runs into a dominatrix on the street who is bad at her job, and Kiryu beats the shit out of some local thugs so easily that the dominatrix wants to take lessons from Kiryu on how to dominate men. So now Kiryu has to practice role-playing her BDSM techniques in a children's playground in front of children, and with Kiryu's help, she's now gained the skills and confidence to do her job properly, all thanks to Kiryu. Later, Kiryu decides to investigate who Tetsu Tachibana is, where they stumble upon one of Tachibana's agents, Jun Oda, and you find out that Tachibana has been acquiring land all throughout Kamurocho by whatever means necessary and is even willing to fuck over the Tojo clan. Oda then invites Kiryu over to their offices, and then Oda sicks his goons on him. Kiryu doesn't give a fuck. He beats the shit out of everyone. He goes up to Oda, picks up the fucking couch, beats his fucking ass with it, and then Tachibana explains that this fight encounter was all a test to witness Kiryu's resolve. Tachibana explains that he intends to use his real estate firm to gain money and power within Kamurocho, and acquiring the empty lot will help him further gain control and influence over the city, and that Kazuma-san is working with him to help secure the empty lot. That's right, it's a fucking plot twist. Kazuma-san has actually been sitting in jail to maintain his safety, playing a game of 5D chess. He already knew Kuze was gunning for his position and that he would set his sights on Kiryu to oust him from the Dojima family. Kazuma-san has foreseen fucking everything. He knew that if Dojima acquired the empty lot, he would become too powerful, and Kazuma-san wants to stop that by acquiring the empty lot through proxy with Tachibana Real Estate. And with this newfound knowledge, Kiryu decides to join Tachibana's real estate firm to help him take control of the empty lot. And so the story begins. Meanwhile, in the Sotenbori district of Osaka, Goro Majima, an ex-Yakuza member of the Shimano family, has been running the Cabaret Grand as punishment for his role in a failed assassination, who has to deliver insane profits to the Yakuza or be sent back to the fucking gulags. Supervising his punishment is Tsukasa Sagwa, the patriarch of the Sagwa family of the Omi Alliance, not to be confused with the Dojima family or the Tojo clan based in Tokyo. The Shimano family and the Dojima family are all subsidiaries of the Tojo clan, and the Omi Alliance has an entirely different set and subsets of Yakuza alliances based in Osaka. Write this down! This is important! Anyway, Sagwa is a fucking asshole. He's like, listen Majima, I'll immediately reinstate your former position within the Shimano family if you carry out a hit for me. There's this pimp, Makoto Makimura, who's a total asshole, real piece of shit who deserves to die. It's going to be hard to commit murder, but if you do it, you'll completely ruin your life and never return to normalcy ever again and walk the road of pain and sorrow for the rest of your life and never feel happiness again. Anyways, you got 2 days to do it. Get it done. Majima starts tracking down Makimura, and through his investigation, he finds out that Makimura is actually like a really nice guy, and he's like a protector for Osaka's sex workers. You find this chick, and she's just like, oh my god, Makoto Makimura is such a little sweetheart. It'd be a shame if someone fucking murdered him. You'd have to be a giant asshole to do that. Majima then runs into a lady whose daughter was tricked into joining a cult. So now he infiltrates the cult's headquarters and beats the shit out of the cult leader, and then all the dumbass cult members try to heal him by waving their arms with their cult magic, and the cult leader's like, god damn it, you dumb fucks, take me to the hospital! Fuck! Majima tracks down Makoto Makimura to a massage clinic and decides to break in to find him, but he eventually gets caught by his blind assistant. But luckily, Majima is able to convince her that he's just a customer and requests to get a massage. But then, oh shit! Oh fuck! Majima and Makimura start beating the shit out of each other. Everything's going fucking nuts. But then, oh shit, Yakuza bust into the room, and they're also looking for Makoto Makimura too. It's like, what? What? But then you find out that Makoto Makimura was actually a man named Wenhai Lee. He's a fucking Chinese guy who's only pretending to be Makoto Makimura in order to protect the blind assistant who's actually Makoto Makimura. Oh shit, a fucking plot twist. The Yakuza gun down Wenhai Lee. They kidnap Makoto. Lee's like, you gotta save her. Please, please. He fucking drops dead. Majima starts beating the shit out of all the Yakuza. He grabs Makoto, pulls her away, and brings her to safety in the back alley. She starts sobbing at his feet. She's scared. When Hailee's been gunned down, she's completely blind. She doesn't know what's going on. Majima consoles her. He says it's okay. It's okay. And he pulls out his motherfucking dagger. He's about to murder this bitch. Meanwhile, Kiryu's working with Oda at his new real estate job with his new fancy white suit, and Oda's like explaining how to do the job properly. Like, oh, you gotta hand out your business card properly and sit at the right seat at the table during the big meeting. And the Kiryu's like, yo, this job fucking sucks. I can't even beat the shit out of people. So now they're meeting a client named Yamanoi at a cafe about a squatter who's been occupying a home he just purchased. So now Kiryu uses his newfound skills as a real estate agent to beat the shit out of the Yakuza who are paying the squire to be there. It's like, yo, we're doing Yakuza shit at the real estate job. Let's fucking go. So then Yamanoi's just like, oh, hey, Kiryu, I also know Kazuma-san and Tachibana-san. Do you want to help me start a real estate firm and take down the 5 billionaires at Kamurocho? It's like the longest side quest in the entire game. It takes like 50 hours to complete. And it's like, okay. So now Kiryu is running his own real estate firm on the side, and you can pay money to acquire properties all throughout Kamurocho to gain passive income. And you can also hire people from Kiryu's side quests to join his own real estate firm. So now when Kiryu does a side quest where there's a little high school girl who's selling her used panties on the street to make money, and Kiryu beats the shit out of some creepy motherfucker trying to rape her, now Kiryu can bring them on as a financial advisor for his real estate firm. And let me tell you, she fucking rakes in the dough because of her prior successful business experience of selling used panties on the street. Anyways, Oda tells Kiryu to meet him at a bar to celebrate completing their first job together. Kiryu heads over to the bar and runs into Nishiki, and they chat for a bit until Oda arrives at the bar and is completely beaten up by Wano and his goons, because apparently the Yakuza who hired the squire estate Yamanoi's home were actually working for Wano. So now Wano's goons take him out back and they're like, Kiryu, you think you can fuck with us in the Dojima family? Hit me, I dare you. And then Kiryu's like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. And then you start beating the shit out of everyone. You don't fuck with my friends like that, bitch ass cocksucker motherfucker. Fuck you, bitch, little bitch. Kiryu calmly said in Japanese. So now Wano shows up and he's just like, listen, Kiryu, you and Tachibana-san have been fucking us over for long enough. You hand over Tachibana-san to us by the end of the day, or else the entire Dojima family is going to hunt you down. Kiryu's like, oh, really? The entire Dojima family? All right. Bet. The entire Doja family is hunting Kiryu down. Kiryu starts beating the shit out of all the Doja family in broad daylight. It's fucking hype as fuck. Reinforcements are coming in 2 minutes. Beat their fucking asses. 1 minute until reinforcements come. You got 1 minute. Fuck. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. God fucking damn it. Kiryu escapes into the sewer system. A seldom moment of peace. But oh shit, Kusei's riding a fucking motorcycle with a lead pipe. Everything's going fucking nuts. You have another fucking hype-ass boss fight with Kusei again. Beat his fucking ass. Kiryu picks up the pipe and drops it, sparing Kusei's life. Kusei's like, I'll never stop hunting you down. You'll regret not killing me. And Kiryu's like, bitch, I'll fucking beat your ass anytime you show up anyways. And Kusei's like, Kiryu! So now Kiryu exits the sewers into a disco, and Wano is there dancing with a hot girl, fucking around, talking hella shit. Wano's like, listen, let's cut the shit. If you turn in Tachibana-san and join my side, I'll clear your innocence and set you on the path to a perfect life. Money, power, Lambos, big titty Asian bitches. I'll give you everything. Kiryu's like, you're nothing compared to Kazuma-san. Fuck you. But then Wano goes fucking nuts. He's like, bitch, I just gunned down this hot girl for no reason. I'll fucking kill you too. You don't have a choice, Kiryu. I got the entire Dojima family right up those stairs, all with guns ready to blow you away. Join me now or fucking die. And then Kiryu's like, I will never betray Tachibana-san. I would rather get blown away in a blaze of glory than betray my Nakama, because I will die right here, right now, than spend the rest of my life working by your side. Fuck you. Fully prepared to die, he walks up the stairs, he opens the doors, and then nothing fucking happens. Nishiki just pulls up in a car and it's like, oh shit, let's get the fuck out of here. And it's like, oh, sick, dude. And then Wano's like, I just killed this bitch for no reason. Nishiki and Kiryu drive outside of Tokyo to escape the Dojima family. They smoke some cigarettes. A seldom moment of peace. But then, Nishiki pulls out a gun! Oh my god, a fucking plot twist! Nishiki knows the Dojima family will torture Kiryu for the rest of his life if they get their hands on him. So now he wants to give Kiryu a quick, humane death to save him of a lifetime of misery. Kiryu then gives Nishiki an ultimatum. He's like, if you decide to kill me now, take my head back to the Dojima family. Use this opportunity to fight your way to the top of the clan and change it from within to protect Kazuma-san. Nishiki starts crying like a total bitch and just completely crumbles. Without Kiryu, Nishiki can't do it alone. They're both still kids, completely over their heads and put into a situation they cannot possibly comprehend. They've created this mess by joining the Yakuza, and now Kazuma-san is paying the price. But Nishiki changes his mind and decides to spare Kiryu. And with this second chance at life, Kiryu decides to sever his ties with Nishiki and forge his own path, and heads back to Kamurocho to continue his fight against the Dojima family alone. Meanwhile, Majima didn't actually kill Makoto, he actually saved her. That's right, you just got baited by last cutscene. Also, Wenhai Lee is still alive because he's fucking Chinese. You find him at the Chinese hospital and he's just like, I survived my murder because I have hidden bloodline techniques you Japanese cannot possibly comprehend. So now Majima runs into Yoda, who's operating a cabaret club, and then he's just like, yo, the Sotenbori's 5 stars are gonna monopolize the cabaret club scene. Do you wanna help me run this cabaret club to defeat them? It's like the longest side quest in the entire game. It also takes like 50 hours to complete, and then Majima's like, okay, cool. So now Majima is running his own cabaret club on the side in order to make money, and now he can scout and recruit hot girls to come work at the club. You can play dress up to change their looks and increase their sexiness and shit in order to please your guests based on their preferences, and you can practice sessions with them to increase their stats and learn about their elaborate backstories. And you can even sometimes hire the random ass girls from Majima's side quests and have them come join your cabaret club too. It's like Majima runs into this ugly ass, obnoxious, annoying ass bitch on one of his side quests, but then it's like, whatever dude, you wanna work at the club? Get your ass in here. This bitch can talk like a motherfucker. We gotta min-max these women. Now, the real reason Majima saved Makoto and didn't murder her was because things just aren't adding up. Sagawa's description of Makoto didn't match at all. There's other groups of Yakuza after Makoto who want her alive. Why does the Yakuza want Makoto? Majima wants these answers and is not willing to kill Makoto without finding out what's actually going on. So now Majima talks to Makoto to figure out her backstory, and apparently she was originally from China and is currently living in Japan in order to track down her older brother. And apparently her blindness was also caused by some unknown psychological trauma. So now Lee's like, listen, if you want to figure this out and get the Yakuza off our backs, we gotta work together. Okay, the Yakuza needs to see a body, we'll give them one. I found this girl who looks sort of similar to Makoto, we'll fucking murder her instead and fake Makoto's death with the body double. And then Majima's like, what the frick? We can't just murder some random girl, that's messed up. And then Lee's like, bitch, you're fucking Yakuza! What the fuck is this shit? And then Wenhai Lee and Majima start beating the shit out of each other. But then Majima runs away from Lee and takes the uniform and throws it in the trash because he is not going through with Lee's unethical plan, because murder is illegal in the country of Japan and Majima's a good guy and you can't do that. Except, oh shit, someone else took the uniform out of the trash and murdered the girl anyways. And then Majima gets a phone call and it's like, yo, I fucking murdered that girl for you. Come meet me at the Cabaret Grand, we can talk about it. So then Majima goes there, runs into Homare Nishitani, patriarch of the Kijin clan. So now he's like, listen bitch, our orders were to capture Makoto alive. So if you hand her over to us, we won't have to kill her and we won't tell a fucking soul. But then Majima doesn't do it because he's a good guy. And then you have a hype ass boss fight with Nishitani and then the police show up and take him away. So then Sagawa shows up and he's just like, yo, sick you killed Makoto Makimura. That's awesome. But why didn't you notify me right when you did it, Majima? What's going on with that, huh? You slipping, Majima? What the fuck? And then Majima's like, I don't know. I'm just weird like that. And then Sagawa's like, okay, no problem, Majima. That's cool, because I know you wouldn't lie to me, buddy. Because if you did, I would fucking send you back to the gulags and torture the shit out of you again for the rest of your fucking life. Then Majima's like, don't worry, man. We're sworn brothers. I never do that to you. Fuck! We gotta get the fuck out of here! Sagawa's goons already know what's up. They're going after them. Majima beats the shit out of them. They try to escape in Lee's car, but Sagawa rigged the car with fucking anti-Chinese explosives. Fuck! Lee's fucking dead again. This is fucking bullshit. Sagawa shows up with a gun and is going to kill them both. But then, oh shit! Someone else shoots Sagawa and fucking kills him and takes Makoto with him and knocks out Majima. What the fuck is going on? Meanwhile, Kiryu is teaming up with Michael Jackson and Steven Spielberg to film the Thriller music video in Kamurocho. Michael Jackson has to moonwalk down the street, but watch out for the zombies. Kiryu has to beat them up in order to protect Michael Jackson and film the perfect shot. The Doja family are going fucking nuts. They burned down Kiryu's apartment. The entire city is looking for him. Kiryu is absolutely fucked. The 3 lieutenants find him in the street. Kuze shows up. He's just like, Kiryu, Bakana Kimochi. And then you have another hype-ass boss fight with Kuze and all of his goons. He beat his ass for the 3rd time in a row. But then, oh shit, Tachibana-san shows up in his Lambo doing Tokyo drift shit and fucking saves Kiryu at the last second. They drive away just in time and hide in a parking lot. But then Tachibana-san loses consciousness right when Oda arrives in his own car to save them both. Oda takes Kiryu and Tachibana-san to an underground hidden clinic. And Oda explains that they're both ex-Chinese mafia members, which explains why they're so fucking badass. But due to Tachibana-san's missing arm that he lost in a previous fight working in the mafia Mafia, he now expends too much of his Chinese energy when he fully utilizes his hidden bloodline techniques. Oh my god, it's like Kakashi Sensei with a Sharingan! Right now, they're currently safe in a small area of Kamurocho known as Little Asia, which is where a lot of Chinese people live inside of Tokyo. And since Oda and Tachibana-san are both Chinese, the leaders of Little Asia will guarantee their safety from the Dojima family. Because despite being ex-mafia members who are pieces of shit, at least they're still Chinese. Except for Kiryu. So now they're like, bitch, this quiet, shy-ass, sushi-eating, kimono-wearing motherfucker cannot stay in Little Asia. He can't even speak Mandarin, he doesn't have the hidden bloodline techniques, he doesn't even know Jackie Chan, bro. Get him the fuck out of here. So now Kiryu is forced to live in secrecy at a nearby homeless encampment in his easily identifiable white suit. Shit is not looking good. With no hope left in the world, Kiryu decides to go watch VHS videos of sexy women and jerk off to them. In the meantime, in a last-ditch effort, Tachibana-san has come up with a ballsy fucking plan. Oda decides to take Kiryu on a trip, and they both head over to the Tojo clan headquarters, where Tachibana-san has requested to have a meeting with the clan's second chairman, Takashi Mihara. So now Tachibana-san lays down some cash and channels his Chinese charisma, and he's just like, here's 1 billion yen to forgive Kiryu for all the shit he's done. And then Takashi Mihara's like, oh, really? You think I'm gonna let Kiryu off the hook for all the things he's done to fuck over the Tojo clan? Are you fucking stupid? And then Tachibana-san's just like, yeah, you are, because Kiryu is actually trying to stop Dojima, and you secretly want to stop Dojima too, whether you want to admit it or not. And Kiryu is a fucking badass like Kazuma-san, and he's gonna stop him. So fuck you, and take the fucking money. And then Takashi Mihara's like, fine, Kiryu's under Tojo clan protection now. And it's like, oh, sick, we actually resolved this peacefully. That's really cool. God fucking damn it! Kiryu has to beat the shit out of everyone alongside Tachibana-san and Oda to escape the headquarters because Mihara is using this opportunity to test their determination. Everything's going fucking nuts. It's the fucking hypest shit. They beat the shit out of everyone and escape the headquarters, and then Mihara's like, Kiryu and those Chinese guys are strong as fuck. Back in Little Asia, Tachibana-san has finally figured out the identity of the owner of the empty lot and has secured them safely with an allied organization. But now Shibusawa of the Dojima family has been sending his goons out to go find them. So now Kiryu and Oda both decide to go track them down and escort them back to Kamurocho. Tachibana-san then reveals that the owner of the empty lot is Makoto Makimura. Oh, fuck, the stories are converging. Meanwhile, Sagawa didn't actually die. That's right, you got baited by the last cutscene again. So now Sagawa just beats the shit out of Majima, and he's just like, Majima, you fucking piece of shit, I should fucking murder you. But that guy in the white suit and Nishitani are doing some shit. So we gotta figure out where Makoto is. So go find her, you silly goose. Majima finds a performance actor pretending to be a statue who has to go to the bathroom and take a fat dump. But he doesn't want to break the immersion of his performance while everyone is watching. So now Majima has to distract the audience so the statue man can run away in secrecy and take a fat dookie shit. So apparently Nishitani is pretending to be in jail by paying off the guards and using the jail as a secret headquarters. So now Majima has to like bribe the guards to let him in by participating in an underground arena battle that's accessed by taking a boat and using a secret underwater elevator in the middle of the Sotenbori River, which physically doesn't make any fucking sense at all. Like, how the fuck does that work? Anyways, after beating Nishitani's ass in jail, he explains that the man in the white suit was most likely Masurusera, a member of the Nikio Consortium, which is a secret Black Ops style subsidiary family of the Tojo clan. And you also find out that Nishitani was hired by Shibusawa of the Dojima family to capture Makoto alive. As they both leave the jail cell, one of the guards pulls out a gun and betrays them as he was paid off by Shibusawa, but Nishitani withstands all the bullets right before beating the guard to death with his bare hands and dying from his wounds. It's the fucking hypest shit. So now Majima's just like, bro, I gotta get the fuck out of Sotenbori and find Masurusera before Sagawa finds me. But then Sagawa shows up, he's just like, hey buddy, how's it going? Where the fuck you going? This is your prison! I fucking own your existence! Oh, you wanna leave Sotenbori to find the white suit guy? Okay, that sounds like fun. I'm coming with you. Hey, it'll be like a fun little road trip. Then Majima's like, ah! Fuck! So now they both head over to Camellia Grove, where the Nikio Consortium uses as their headquarters in Osaka, and they both split up to track down Masurusera. Majima just beats the shit out of all the Yakuza, just beating the shit out of everyone, and then Majima finds Masurusera at the top of the building, and they have a sick-ass boss fight. But Masurusera realized that Majima has been trying to protect Makoto against his own benefit, so he only fought Majima as a test of his determination, and resolve, and honor. So now Masurusera is just like, it's in your best interest to stay in Sotenbori because Sagawa will fucking murder Makoto on site if you head over to Kamurocho. And if you don't believe that we'll keep Makoto safe, then take this gun and fucking kill me. I have the business card to Tachibana Real Estate and their current address in my pocket. Fucking shoot me, I'll fucking die right now. I fucking dare you, bitch, little bitch. But Majima doesn't shoot him. He puts his trust in Masurusera and Tachibana Real Estate and decides to stay in Sotenbori to keep Sagawa away from Makoto. And then— oh, fuck! Oh, shit! Sagawa's like, oh, wow, he left his business card at Tachibana Real Estate in his pocket. That's awesome. Let's both go to Kamurocho and find Makoto. Then Majima's like, oh, what a fucked up day! Majima calmly thought in Japanese. Meanwhile, Kiryu is bowling for a turkey to get some turkey, but he instead gets a live chicken, and it's like, oh, you wanted food. I guess we could cook it up in the kitchen, make some fried chicken. But Kiryu refuses to murder the chicken and abides by his morals. And seeing the potential of the chicken, Kiryu decides to adopt the chicken and name him Nuggets, and make him a financial advisor for his real estate firm. Kiryu and Oda travel to Osaka to pick up Makoto, and they escort her back to Kamurocho in order to sell the empty lot to Tachibana-san. But oh my god, Shibusawa and his goons show up on the highway and start gunning them down. Now, let's just pause for a second, because the stuff that happens next, I mean, you guys cannot predict this shit. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen a video game do. You see, Yakuza 0's entire story is almost exclusively based on the conflicts and consequences of committing murder, and you see this all throughout the game. Majima refuses to murder Makoto despite his personal interests. Kiryu abides by his morals and doesn't kill Kuze. The entire conflict of the story began when the Yakuza framed Kiryu for murder in the empty lot for like some random guy that no one gives a fuck about. So with all this context of how anti-murder this game is and how even a single murder can cause major consequences, guess what happens next? Oda hands Kiryu a pistol and he's just like, fucking kill these motherfuckers. It's like, what? What the fuck? We're gunning down all the Yakuza on the fucking highway. It's a fucking shooter section. Cars are exploding. Yakuza are dying by the truckloads. It's a fucking massacre. Meanwhile, Yakuza 0's like, Kiryu would never commit murder. He's such a good guy. He abides by his morals and his pride. Oh shit, it's a fucking helicopter. Gun down the helicopter. Kiryu has never killed anyone. Kiryu is an honorable man. This is the most ridiculous shit I've ever fucking seen. Anyways, they eventually get away from Shibusawa and his goons and decide to lay low at a nearby construction site. Things calm down for a bit. A seldom moment of peace. And then Oda pulls out a fucking gun! Oh shit, a fucking plot twist! But then Makoto has a dagger in her walking cane and stabs Oda, and Kiryu takes the gun from him. Now this is where shit gets fucking crazy. Back in the day, Oda abducted Makoto and sold her off as a sex slave to a local gang in Osaka, and Makoto became blind due to the trauma she endured while being held in captivity, and she was later rescued by Wenhai Lee. Now, later down the road, Oda joined forces with Tachibana-san, and Oda learned after the fact that Makoto Makimura was actually Tachibana-san's lost sister who traveled over from China in order to find him, meaning Oda sex trafficked the sister of the man who he dedicated his life to serving, and now Oda is planning on taking the secret to the grave. Shibusawa and his goons are closing in on the group, and Oda is bleeding out from his dagger wound, so now he decides to make a last stand against Shibusawa and his goons to give Kiryu and Makoto time to escape, where it's later revealed that Oda was actually paid off by Shibusawa the whole time. Shibusawa's like, bitch, you didn't get Makoto, fuck you. Well, he's fucking dead. Kiryu drops off Makoto at the homeless encampment to keep her safe and finds Tachibana-san in Little Asia being treated at the hospital. But now Shibusawa's goons are attacking them because they got their address off of Oda's business card. So now Kiryu and Tachibana-san are just beating the shit out of everyone. It's fucking hype as fuck. But then they are ambushed by a mysterious assassin who is hired by Dojima to capture Tachibana-san alive. And guess what? He's fucking Chinese! Oh! He immediately shoots Kiryu with a gun. He's like American Sniper, but he's fucking Chinese. He's doing Jackie Chan shit down the fucking building. Tachibana-san's like, oh shit, his name is Lao Gui. That's the most Chinese shit ever. We're fucking screwed. Being completely cornered by Lao Gui's Chinese prowess, Tachibana-san decides to willingly go with him peacefully on the condition that he spares Kiryu. While tracking down Tachibana-san, Kiryu gambles his money away at an underground catfight tournament where sexy women wrestle each other in bikinis and fight each other in a gladiatorial style arena. Alright guys, the bigger the titties, the bigger the payout. We need to gamble all of our real estate money on these sexy women. This is all a part of Kazuma-san's plan. Eventually, Kiryu runs into Nishiki alongside other members of the Dojima family, and they want to make Nishiki kill Kiryu in order to prove his loyalty. But Nishiki refuses. He's like, if Dojima gets his hands on the empty lot, then that's the end for Kazuma-san and Kiryu. I'm gonna fight on Kiryu's side and preserve Kazuma-san's legacy and protect his honor because you are my nakama. They rip their shirts off like fucking badasses. It's the hype as shit. They beat the shit out of everyone. Meanwhile, Tachibana-san is being tortured by Kuze and his goons in order to get the location of Makoto, and right as Kiryu and Nishiki find them, Kuze's men deliver a fatal, crushing blow. Kiryu's fucking pissed. You have another boss fight with Kuze and his goons, and you beat the fucking shit out of everyone. In his last moments, Tachibana-san tells Kiryu that Dojima was the one who framed him for murder in the empty lot by hiring Lao Gui, and as Kiryu promises to protect Makoto, Tachibana-san dies in his arms. Kiryu goes fucking Super Saiyan on Kuze. He's just like, I don't give a shit about the Dojima family. If you do anything to Makoto, I will single-handedly fucking murder everyone in the Tojo clan. Fuck you! And he fucking leaves, and Kuze's like, oh my god, he's becoming Yakuza 0. Fuck! Kiryu carries Tachibana-san's body outside just as Nishiki arrives with Makoto. She calls out to her brother hoping to finally meet him, but due to her blindness, she's unable to see Kiryu carrying his corpse. And it's only until she reaches out to him and touches his cold, lifeless body that she realizes that Tachibana-san, the man who she was searching for her entire life, is dead. Meanwhile, Majima enters a dance competition to defeat the dancing queen of Maharaja. Majima has to dance to the beat, but with her signature fans, the dancing queen will stop at nothing to defend her title. And despite all the odds being stacked against him, Majima defeats her with his superb dancing skills and becomes the best dancer in Osaka. Wow. Majima and Sagawa begin looking for Makoto in Kamurocho, and as Majima explores the city, he gets into a fight with Shimano family Yakuza and is then requested to meet with the patriarch of the Shimano family, Futoshi Shimano, the man who sent Majima into the fucking gulags, who reveals that the reason Shimano requested Majima to kill Makoto Makimura was because he knew he couldn't do it. Oh my god, it's a fucking plot twist! Shimano is also playing a game of 5D chess! He knew the Dojima family wanted to acquire the empty lot, and he also wants to stop Dojima from becoming the next Tojo clan captain. But he also knows that Kazuma-san is also playing game of 5D chess using Tachibana real estate, so now Shimano is switching that shit up. He's playing 6D Mahjong. He ordered Majima to kill Makoto, but he also knew Majima wouldn't commit murder and disobey his orders, thereby creating the situation where Majima would gain the trust of Makoto through his defiance of the Yakuza in order to use Majima to get Makoto to willingly sell him the empty lot, while also using the opportunity to flush out Kazuma-san's hidden alliances and purge them from the Tojo clan once he takes power by selling the empty lot to the Omni Alliance. It's fucking big brain shit. Playing 7D Hanafuda, fucking 8D Tamagotchi. Majima eventually finds Makoto on top of a building near the empty lot, who reveals that she now wants to get revenge on the Dojima family for the murder of Wenhai Lee and Tachibana-san. And having traumatically witnessed her brother's death, she's now slowly gaining back her vision because she's finally awakened her hidden Chinese bloodline techniques. Oh my god, it's like the Mangekyo Sharingan! Majima escorts Makoto across Kamurocho to keep her safe, but after eating some takoyaki, Makoto takes the opportunity to slip away from Majima in order to turn herself into Shibusawa and talk face to face with Dojima at his penthouse. And Makoto tells Dojima that in order to get her to sign over the empty lot to him, he has to murder his 3 lieutenants as payment for her brother's death. Oh shit! The tables have been turned. Majima's like, fuck! He runs all the way up to the top of the penthouse, beating the shit out of everyone. But the second he shows up, Lao Gui's just like, bitch, this ain't a plot twist. Majima's fucking pissed. The Doja family leaves in a helicopter and he just goes fucking apeshit. He beats the fucking shit out of everyone. But it's not even over because luckily Makoto somehow survived the gunshot. And she tells Majima that the Dojima family can move forward with the Kamurocho revitalization project as long as the owner of the empty lot didn't reveal themselves and brought it up to the city bureaucrats. Therefore, as long as Makoto isn't alive to cause an issue, the Dojima family can basically do whatever the fuck they want. But oh my fucking god, Masurusera is still alive! That's right, you got baited by the last cutscene again, you dumb fuck! Sarah shot Sagwa, who didn't actually die, and then Sagwa shot Sarah, who didn't actually die also. So now Masurusera shows up to take Makoto to the hospital, and after a bit of surgery, he decides to take her to his private ship to protect her from the Dojima family until she regains her consciousness and signs over the empty lot to him. So now that Makoto has been completely brutalized by the Dojima family, Majima now decides he's going to take revenge in Makoto's place and head straight to the Dojima family headquarters. Meanwhile, the Dojima family are already starting to make their moves, hunting down the Kazuma family. Kuze shows up in front of the Kazuma family headquarters like, Kiryu, the Miska Kurimo! You have another hype-ass boss fight with Kuze. It's the fucking hypest shit. And after beating his ass for the 5th time in a row, Kuze tells Kiryu that Shibusawa made Lao Gui shoot Makoto to aim not to kill her on purpose in order to let the consortium take her in and lead them right to their secret base. Meanwhile, Majima runs into Sagwa and his goons in Kamurocho, and Majima's just like, I'm going straight to the Dojima family headquarters to fucking beat the shit out of everyone, and I don't give a fuck about you anymore. Suck my fucking dick, you cocksucker motherfucker piece of shit. Meanwhile, Kiryu enters the Pocket Circuit Stadium to become the greatest racer of all time. What the fuck does this have to do with Yakuza? Kiryu gathers car parts and customizes cars to optimize his stats for the race courses, but watch out, these little kids are fierce competition, and Kiryu's determined to beat the fucking shit out of them. On the race course, Kiryu's just dominating these fucking dumbass kids. They don't stand a chance. But then, oh shit, now the parents start entering the mix, but Kiryu fucking destroys them too with his superior racing abilities. Kiryu begins gaining respect in the Pocket Circuit Stadium. They're just like, wow, Kiryu-kun, you're so good at Pocket Circuit racing, you can have sex with my 7-year-old daughter. But Kiryu's like, Satoru-kun, I don't race for the pussy. I do it to preserve the honor and legacy of Pocket Circuit racing. It's like, wow, Kiryu's so cool. Kiryu continues working his way through the ranks, unlocking more Pocket Circuit parts to upgrade his cars, and even gains enough respect amongst Pocket Circuit Stadium to start designing his own race courses. It's fucking hype as fuck. But then the ultimate challenge appears for the title match, and Kiryu has to face off against Pocket Circuit Fighter himself. And he's fucking impossible. You can't beat him. It's fucking bullshit. But with Kiryu's Yakuza connections and his nefarious real estate firm, Kiryu funnels his dark money to obtain illegal Pocket Circuit parts unobtainable to the masses. And with his newfound power, Kiryu dominates Pocket Circuit Fighter and wins the ultimate title of Pocket Circuit Fighter Champion. Meanwhile, the Dojima family begin their assault on the Nikyo Consortium. It's like, oh, fuck! Kiryu, Nishiki, and the Kazuma family immediately show up and start beating their asses. It's the fucking craziest shit. Everything's going fucking nuts. It's fucking hype as fuck. And Kiryu finally finds Shibusawa with Makoto. Meanwhile, Majima is just beating the shit out of the entire Dojima family. He's going fucking crazy. He finds Iwano, and then Iwano's just like, my life was all about the money, the sports cars, the big titty Asian bitches, but perhaps I lost my way. Now it's time to have some fun. Majima! We have a hype-ass boss fight with Iwano. Majima and Iwano are just beating the shit out of each other. It's the hypest shit. Everything's going fucking nuts. Iwano gets his ass kicked, and then he's just like, damn, if I was as fucking stupid and crazy as you, maybe I could have been just as strong. But then, oh shit, Lao Gui shows up to kill Majima, but with his newfound respect, Iwano jumps in front of Majima and saves him at the last second. Dojima shows up as well, talking hellish shit. He's just like, listen, Majima, I hired the most badass Chinese assassin of all time, and as long as I have enough money to control the hidden bloodline techniques of the Chinese, I'm goddamn fucking unstoppable. You have a hype-ass boss fight with Lao Gui. He's doing fucking super cop shit. He's using all the hidden bloodline techniques just like, Yumo Guego Vaishizao, Yumo Guego Vaishizao. Everything's going fucking nuts. It's the hypest shit. Majima beats the shit out of Lao Gui, and then Dojima pulls a gun on Majima, but then, oh shit, Masurusera shows up and shoots the gun out of his hand. Meanwhile, Shibusawa was just like, I was always a little bitch who could never be like Kazuma-san, but now I will create my own legacy. I will defeat the Kazuma family and become the dragon of Dojima. Look, I got a dragon tattoo to match the title. I'm so fucking badass. And then Kiryu's like, I got the dragon tattoo as well. There can only be one dragon in Kamurocho, and no one will ever respect your honor and legacy like Kazuma-san, because deep down you're just a little bitch-ass nerd. Fuck you. And then you have the hypest fucking boss fight against Shibusawa. Kiryu's just beating the fucking shit out of him. It's fucking hype as fuck. Everything's going fucking nuts. Kiryu pins Shibusawa down, just starts beating his fucking ass. Shibusawa's just like, murder me, Kiryu. Walk the path of Kazuma-san to become a real Yakuza. Kiryu's ready to murder Shibusawa. He winds his fist back for the final blow. But oh shit, Nishiki stops him from doing it. He's like, Kiryu, you can't do it. You're not a murderer, Kiryu. You're such a good guy, Kiryu. You can never go back once you cross that path. And it's like, bitch, we just murdered everyone on the highway like 30 minutes ago. What the fuck is this shit? Meanwhile, Masurusera's like, oh, Majima, you're gonna kill them? You're gonna commit a murder? And then Majima's like, fuck yeah, I will. Kiryu just murdered those guys on the highway. Who gives a shit? But then he's like, if you murdered them, Makoto wouldn't be happy with you. You cannot murder someone on behalf of someone else, even though Makoto literally asked you to do it and would be happy about it. That is bad. Murder is bad in every single situation possible. There is no nuance to anything. You should walk up to Hitler and give him a hug and let him live in the Leaf Village for the rest of his fucking life. And it's like, bro, I'm so tired of this naive ass Japanese pussy bullshit. Dojima is objectively an evil person. Just let me kill him. What the fuck? But then Masurusera's just like, listen, it doesn't even matter that my reasoning sucks ass, because this game is a prequel to Yakuza 1 and Dojima's in Yakuza 1, so you can't do that. And it's like, fuck! Also, Makoto regained her consciousness and signed over the empty lot to me, so now Makoto is safe and the game is over now. Meanwhile, 1 month later, the Tojo clan's top patriarchs are at the headquarters and are having a meeting. Takashi Nihara's just like, yo, Awano died and now Kuze and Shibusawa are in prison, so now Dojima family kinda sucks dick. Patriarch Sera acquired the empty lot so he can handle the Kamurocho revitalization project, and now he's going to be the Tojo clan captain when I retire in Yakuza 1. Meanwhile, Kiryu finally talks to Kazuma-san in prison and tells him that he's decided to rejoin the Dojima family. Nishiki shows up to the bar with Kiryu and he's just like, yo, what the fuck? Why'd you rejoin the Dojima family after all the shit we've been through? That doesn't make any sense at all. And then Kiryu's like, cause I was in the Dojima family in Yakuza 1. Look, here's my new outfit from Yakuza 1. It looks pretty cool. Meanwhile, Majima is talking to Sagwa and he's just like, yo, I've been inspired by all these crazy motherfuckers that now I'm going to be a crazy motherfucker too. It's just like how I was in Yakuza 1. Check out my cool outfit from Yakuza 1. And then Sagwa's like, well, Majima, it was a wild ride and it was nice knowing you. Have a good one. And then the Omi Alliance finds Sagwa and they're just like, bitch, you ain't in Yakuza 1. Then there's another cutscene with Makoto now living a normal life with new friends and a new boyfriend and shit, and fucking whatever, she ain't even in Yakuza 1, so it doesn't matter. And then after all this time, Majima and Kiryu meet each other for the very first time. It's the hypest shit, and then the game ends and everyone lived happily ever after and nothing crazy ever happened again.